Well, good morning everyone, and welcome to a video that has been a long time coming. I have not uploaded anything for a long while, as some of you have commented, and the reason for this is lots of things really. It's not just down to the weather, although it's been bloody awful with storm after storm here in the northwest. And basically I've also moved house, so that's taken the last 2 or 3 weeks to get sorted, but we're all moved, and I'm all ready to go for the summer now with more videos, tours and trips, but we're not quite yet there. And hopefully first day of spring, 20th of March coming up, we'll see some warmer weather coming and less rain, hopefully. But yeah, so welcome back to the channel, and for all those subscribers, thanks for sticking with me in my absence. And to anyone new watching the channel, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. As many of you know, I always answer the comments, and if you've got any questions, please post them below, and I'll be happy to answer them. So we're just on a little poodle out today. Actually, it's my nephew's birthday, so I'm hand delivering him card and present. And hopefully this rain in the distance, I don't know if you can see it over there, is going to keep off a little bit. So we're just heading up into the lakes. So it's been an interesting time recently with all of the coronavirus lurking about and spreading through Europe, especially Italy. Italy's had a real old bad time of it, as you've seen in the news. Many friends in Italy, so wish them all well and stay safe. Yeah, it seems to be affecting everything. I had a trade show in Frankfurt recently. Actually, it's meant to be this week, and that was cancelled. Whole event, and mainly it's down to the coronavirus, and lots of other events in Europe have been cancelled and postponed till later on in the year. Hopefully when we get some warmer weather here, this virus thing will slow up a little bit and let us get on with normal life. So I think my work, as you know, I travel quite a lot, and I'll be cutting down my travel a little bit and using modern technology like video conferencing and things for work. So there's always a way to get around things and have meetings, even if you're not sat there in a room. So what's everybody up to this summer? Myself, we've got a trip coming up through southern Germany, down towards the Black Forest, through the Eifel region near the Nürburgring. That will be heading off in May. I think it's May the 16th, and there's 2 or 3 of us going down. Hopefully the virus situation will have been or will be under control by then, but it doesn't really bother me that much, as we'll be on the road most of the day. And hopefully, all going well, that trip will go ahead, and no hiccups beforehand. So we're heading down to the Eurotunnel, and then we'll be heading across. No plan. A few of you have asked about trips and about planning, and just to let you know, when I do a trip, I sometimes book the first night's accommodation, but I tend not to book anything other than that. And I tend to budget, if I'm staying in hotels, at about £100 per day or €100, and you should get a decent hotel for about €60, and then the other 40 can go on fuel and something to eat. So that's how I budget for a trip. Hotel wise, I normally book hotels by lunchtime. So what I mean by that is during the trip, or the second day, we have a kind of a planned route, and basically when we get to a lunch stop, we'll then decide how far we want to ride in the afternoon. Excuse me. And then basically what we'll do then is look on booking.com or a online booking app, and generally they're very good. You can find somewhere, book it there and then via credit card, and most of them will either take payment or you pay at the property. If there's a few of you and it's pay at the property, that's quite good, because then everyone can pay for themselves, and that's how I do it. And also using online apps, you can also have a look at the hotels and pictures and reviews and things, and get a feel for whether it's a good place and what's around it as well. I tend not to stay in city centres because you're quite limited with parking, so I do like little country accommodations where there's plenty of secure parking. So that trip is coming up in May, and I can't wait. It's been a couple of years since I did a last trip, which was the NC 500 up in Scotland, and the one before that was the Switzerland trip via the Black Forest. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that area again. Things I'm going to be looking at before the trip, I was looking at possibly an airbag vest, and those of you who watch my channel know I use RST textile gear, and I might just upgrade my my jacket to one of the new airbag jackets that RST are doing. They've paired up with another company that does airbags and now offer that in the jacket built in, so that might be a good way to go. So we'll keep you posted on that and show you that when that arrives in about a month, once we get some warmer weather. So while we're on the subject of airbags and safety, one thing I've done recently, and it wasn't intentionally done for motorcycling, but a friend of mine recently had a heart problem, and myself being 51 years old, decided to get something to keep a monitor on my old ticker as well, and decided to get the Apple Watch Series 5, which does a couple of things. Keeps a monitor on your heart and tells you if there's something a little bit of a miss. But for the motorcycling side, I saw an article recently in a motorcycling publication where there was a guy that was wearing an Apple Watch Series 5, and inside the watch it has an accelerometer. So basically, if it comes to a halt or a sudden stop or a fall or anything like that happens, it can sense that, and it actually sends out a 999 call, or I don't know if it's 999 anymore, but the emergency services. So this guy had been involved in an accident, I don't think with another vehicle, but it ended up in a ditch and come off his bike and was hidden from the road. And basically his watch had picked up that he'd come off, had an impact, and it had called the emergency services for him. The watch that he had on and the one that I have is a cellular one, so GPS wise the emergency services knew exactly where he was and came to his rescue. Now one of the things it can also do is it can call a dedicated person, so I've set mine to my wife. So yeah, I decided to get the Apple Watch 5 and have that enabled, so that when I do ride, if the unforeseen happens and I do have an impact or a crash or anything, then I know that even if I'm unconscious, that it will activate and call the emergency services. So just another added safety feature that I wanted to have on my trips, and the Apple Watch. Although I'm not a big app lover and all the tech and things, a watch is a watch to tell the time, but that function really did it for me, and that's why I purchased it along with the heart monitor. So it's about 10 degrees today, bit of blue sky coming out, which is nice. Nice to see it hit double figures. Can't wait to get back into my summer riding gear. Just riding in thick gloves, having little feel through the fingers and things. It's not fantastic in winter, and I think this winter I've actually ridden less. I'm not sure of the mileage that I've covered, but definitely compared to last winter I have ridden less. And if it's sunny and fine and not freezing, I'll ride, but I think this winter we've had more than enough rain, and I don't like riding in the rain, so that's probably something to do with it. I was just looking at my tyres yesterday on the bike, and they look like they've got a lot of meat left on them. And these are the Bridgestone T31s. They should be able to do the trip in May. We'll have a look again before the trip, but I'll definitely be getting another pair of Bridgestone T31s on, because this is the second lot of tyres that I've had on, same ones, and I'm getting anything between 6,000 and 7,000 miles on a set of tyres, which is damn good in my opinion. So we're just coming into Grange over Sands in the Lake District, and if you're up this way, lots of little cafes here. The Hazelmere, Foxy's Den, and a duck pond just to my left just here. Not a lot in Grange, but if you're down in the South Lakes area, then there's some good little cafes and things to come and have a look at. I've not included them in the cafe series. I actually used to live here. Another one there, Butterfingers, always good, but I think the parking's better down near the other ones, near the duck pond. So short and sweet video. Like I say, apologies for not uploading in the last month really, and just had too much on work-wise, weather-wise. It hasn't helped, as I said, and then moving house, and yeah, actually it was quite nice moving house, because I got to throw away a lot of shit that you collect over the years. It's amazing how you amass all the crap that you don't need anymore and get them out of your life, which was great. But yeah, I'll be uploading every week from now on, folks, so stay tuned, and thanks for sticking around. And if you're a new subscriber, hit the like button, leave a comment, and please subscribe, and I'll catch you on another video shortly. Take care, folks.